Got 2 of these bags at the bins today. I'm going to go through it. I am sourcing for Whatnot. This stuff you could sell on eBay. Here's a Chico's, which does apparently pretty well on Whatnot. My friend Mick, who appears on the streams, the Whatnot streams with me, sells a lot of Chico's. He says it's doing quite well. I, for sake of full disclosure, am slightly out of touch with the rhythms of the eBay night these days, having done Whatnot for so long, and I'll talk in more detail about that and my plans going forward. This is wool. This was on sale at a Goodwill for 20 bucks. Sorry if I'm a little out of breath. It's been a busy day. This is a wool blend of some kind. It has these toggle buttons. That's what these are called. The toggles. This is 100% wool, actually. I got this vintage women's button-up blouse or shirt top. It has these cocktail olives, these martini olives on it. And I know from my in-depth library research, I went deep into the archives of fashion YouTube, and apparently vintage 70s is in vogue right now. This is actually the find of the day. This is Lululemon, and it's wool. It's a knit cardigan, open front cardigan. I really am shocked that it made it through the entire sale cycle at the retail Goodwill, being priced at $8, and then showing up at the bins and me getting it. Someone not swooping it up. I think the reason I got it is that the only thing that indicates that it's Lululemon is this little metal bauble down here on the back. This is a brand that I know from Kaylee Elaine, who's another reseller on YouTube. She does a lot of Poshmark. She does women's clothing. She says Knox Rose is good. I am taking her word for it. I think I've sold this a couple times. Another one that was up for sale for $8. That'll go in a Whatnot auction. I am doing this thing now. Here's my plan. I guess I'll do my little episode about Whatnot right now. Clothing sales have been in the shitter. It's not going great on Whatnot. Those of you who smugly informed me that Whatnot was not going to work out, this is your time to gloat. It's not that it's not working out. It's that it's slowed way down for me. And I think it has to do with the weather and also the halo effect of my debut as the debutante star that I am kind of wore off. So I'm just kind of scraping around out in the barrens, out in the wild, trying to drum up sales. And I think my clothing sales have been too general. I've just been doing every Friday, all in, everything, men's, women's, kids, vintage, contemporary, just kind of seeing what sticks. And it works okay. I bumped my start price up to $3 from $1, which I think makes a difference, but sales have just been really hit or miss. I tried doing a reseller box sale where I would just stuff as much as I could into a large priority box and selling it off in bulk to resellers, and it just didn't work. It sold, but every box sold for 20 or 30 bucks, and I didn't end up grossing very much on it. So what I'm doing now is I'm stockpiling a bunch of stuff from the bins, making multiple trips this week and last week, and then I'm going to fractionate the inventory out into more specific niches. So I'll be doing like women's tops, or I think just men's clothing in general, or women's bottoms or dresses, or vintage only, trying to be more precise that way. Books have also been awesome. I am more and more tempted to focus on books as my primary niche and use clothing supplementally. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty deep on clothing at this point in my career, so it's not like I'm going to stop selling it, but it's just been frustrating. Kirkland Signature, this is new with tags. This has, I don't know, kitsch or irony value as well. It's a Kirkland tag. That should do pretty good. New with tag stuff does really well on Whatnot. You will not be shocked to hear. This is a vintage Hawaiian pineapple print dress. I didn't look up the brand. The brand is Leilani Collections. It is made in Hawaii. Made in Hawaii stuff can be worth some pretty good money. Just has a cool print. Dresses with floral prints, big prints, all over prints, especially if they're vintage, have done really well for me on Whatnot. That's one of the few things I can kind of eyeball, not knowing anything about brand or not being able to advocate for it as a resale thing. The all over floral dresses do really well. This is a skort, right? Yeah, that's a skort. A skort is a skirt, like an active skirt that has underwear in it. Has a pair of shorts inside. This is size extra small. Nice little bread and butter thing. I might do like an all activewear whatnot at some point. I think that might be good. This is a Notorious B.I.G. t-shirt. Anything band or wrap does great on whatnot, especially if it's vintage and especially if it has like big graphics and stuff. This is not a good brand as far as I know. It is Apana, A-P-A-N-A, which I haven't actually looked up in a long time, but is kind of bargain bin tier yoga clothing. I think I got it because it feels nice and because it has the cowl neck. This is it's like a turtleneck, but it's oversized, so it slumps down, and that in my experience has been value add for clothing. So I figured I'd roll the dice on that one. It is a nice feeling piece of clothing. I got 2 of these. Someone tossed these back. These are flame-resistant Carhartt shirts for men. They do have a corporate thing on it. I don't think that will prohibit a sale. Carhartt is solid gold in general, especially on whatnot. It does have pilling and probably stains and stuff. I will have to go through it with a sweater shaver. That's one of 2. There's another one in here somewhere. This is a new with tags dress, big floral dress, long sleeve dress. The brand is Annabelle. I would guess that that's probably like a Alibaba brand for Amazon. Maybe I could be wrong, but it's new with tags. It's all over floral, and it's, you know, a nice enough dress, which I say as someone who knows very little about dresses. This is Gap, and I got it because it's linen. It's at least linen blend, primarily linen, navy blue polka dot, and it's a romper. Right, jumpsuits have sleeves, rompers don't. That's my understanding. Old Navy, size small. I typically avoid Old Navy, but I've done pretty well with those on eBay, at least. And you do find them from time to time. I wouldn't spend like $8 on that at a Goodwill, but, you know, here, I figure it's pretty safe, and it's linen weather. This is the first time I've bought this brand, maybe ever, in the history of reselling. It's Echo Unlimited. I have just completely avoided this brand, but it was new with tags, and it's so hideous that I figure maybe it'll strike a chord somewhere in somebody's deep lizard brain. I don't know. It's got tags on it. I think, I hope. Please tell me. Yeah. It's got the tags on it. Size XL. I don't know. Someone buys it for $3, I'll make my money back. Ish. This is another Knox Rose. I think someone told me they sell this at Target. It's got the all-over print. It's like an open shirt, open front shirt of some kind. This is a pair of lounge pants or lightweight sweats from Victoria's Secret Pink. Victoria's Secret does great on eBay. And I've had fairly good luck with it on whatnot. I found a little bit of lingerie that I have managed to sell there, despite being a long hair bearded male. This is a not a very good brand, High Surf. Not great for resale on like eBay, but it's Hawaiian and it's got marlins and stuff on it, sailboats, all over print, all over graphic, all over print. AOP, people on whatnot are keyed up to buy that. Proper AOP is the big splash graphics, like the full Michael Jordan's entire face on your whole torso. That's AOP. Or Looney Tunes shirts that are all, you know, covered Taz's and whatever their names are just everywhere. That's AOP. I think I kind of adulterate it by calling something like that AOP, but I don't know. I'm not clear on what is and is not. all over one word, I think, is probably the safer, more general term. This is another one that I would not buy had it not been really cheap and also new with tags. It's Craft and Flow. I think this was part of one of those awful fast fashion clothing box scams that was really popular. Allegedly, they're scams. I think those things were not a good value for money. I don't know if people still use them anymore. Anyway, 3XL new with tags. If someone wants to give me a few bucks for that, I think that'll be a good deal. Another good find. This is Patagonia, and it's a dress. And this might be like Y2K era Patagonia. It doesn't have the purple mountains nor the majesty, but it is Patagonia. Patagonia does great. This is a day of firsts. This is my first time bothering to pick up Boohoo, which is an ass brand for women in the bad way. It's cool. Spent $1,000 on this camera so that it would be, better in terms of autofocus. It's a quarter sleeve, half sleeve dress. I don't know. Dresses are so confusing. Madewell. Madewell still kicks ass on Whatnot. You know the Madewell tag. It's size XS. It's a wool blend knit little sweater. This is another awesome find. It is a pair of jeans from one of my favorite Ralph Lauren sublines to find, Denim and Supply. You can just tell looking at the tag that it's maybe something that's worth more money. Maybe if I spend another $1,000 on a camera, it'll actually work with the autofocus. Denim and Supply. Anything that you find Denim and Supply will do really well. It's out of print. That's not right. It's no longer manufactured, therefore worth money. A t-shirt that says Viper on it. I figure some kind of a someone will want this. No one dares come close. I really wanted this to be from the rapper Viper. I don't think that it is. It has viper.com on the back. Maybe I'll go there, see if my dreams come true. This is a t-shirt, Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is a band that exists and has done music. This is another music thing, P-Lo. I don't know. Do you know P-Lo? It's a tour shirt. Music, bands, rap tees are great. This is a gamble. I don't know if this is still cool or not. Or if, I don't know if people like this. Sorry for Party Rockin'. Remember that? Great stuff that was inescapable for 10 years. XL, size XL. This is another solid gold piece. This is a Nightmare Before Christmas t-shirt, official. It's size XL, Disney branded. People go nuts for that stuff. Disney in general, speak of the devil, is really great on Whatnot. And this is the top for a pajama set. It's new with tags, Disney. This can be worn as a raglan. This is AOP. Mick found this. Thank you, Mick. I know he's watching. It's Popeye. Great example of all over print. This is what people really want, what they're really talking about when they say AOP. It's size 3XL. I would not be shocked if I got upwards of 20 bucks for that on Whatnot. He also found this one and was generous enough to give it to me. This is Deadpool, new with tags, size medium, graphic t-shirt. Another one that should do pretty great. Not in the 20 buck range, but probably, I would say at least 7 or 8 bucks. Dead Mouse on someone's throwback pile. This is a great bins tip. If you find people at the bins that are tossing stuff back on one of the bins after screening it, or they're carrying a big hunk of clothing over and depositing it on top of a bin, go through that stuff. Do not assume that that is undesirable stuff, because that assumes that they know what they're doing or that they're selling the same things that you are, looking for the same stuff. Oftentimes you find unreal tossbacks. That one is pretty good, but we've found stuff doing that that's just unbelievable that someone would toss it back, like a Patagonia t-shirt, giant, Patagonia logo on it. Just not looking for the same stuff. All right, this is a non-branded, which I usually don't touch. Certainly would not touch if it was eBay, but this is one of the advantages of doing Whatnot, is that I can just show people this. Originally started in life, experience the Tokyo. Someone will probably grab that for $10 or more, is my guess. And a knit sheath dress, I think. I hate the, oh no, everything fell over. I hate the keywords. Hate them. Hate, 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 hate dress keywords. One of my most hated parts of reselling out of many. The brand is HYPR, Hyper, size small. I just think it's neato because it's knit, has a weird texture. I want you to think that it's neato too. So, I guess I already gave you the spiel about Whatnot. I guess there's not much profound to end on other than that's my plan. Every Friday I'm going to be doing some kind of a clothing auction, peppering in more targeted auctions. My guess is as I niche down on Whatnot and do more specific auctions, and also as the weather becomes less apocalyptic going into the fall, it's 800 degrees here, 5,000% humidity. It's hellish. This is the hottest summer I can ever remember having in San Diego. And if you look at the weather map, it'll just be solid yellow, red, orange. That is what I remember. I think I looked at one like last week. Anytime there is a big slowdown that's kind of inexplicable in clothing sales, I tend to look at those weather maps, and it's almost always the case that it's just hot across the board, across the country. I tend to be really skeptical of people speculating about why clothing sales are good or not. I think it's largely bullshit, or, you know, people's biases and assumptions that aren't that closely checked. This one is mine. This is my bullshit assumption that I operate on, which is when it's really, really crazy ass hot out, people don't buy clothing because people don't live in the future. People live in the now, Eckhart Tolle style. So I'm hoping when it cools down, the sales will sizzle back up. If you want to participate in the internet's hottest Whatnot auctions, there will be a link down in the description. Thanks.